All right, friends, and come on inside to the Drubner Center here on the campus at Post University in Waterbury, Connecticut. It's Griffin Cass on hand. We have a doubleheader here on this Sunday afternoon on tap for you here on the Nest Network, presented by the CACC Network. We have Southern New Hampshire University in town to face off against the Eagles. It'll be the women's right here at 1:30, and then the men's follow at 3:30. Let's take a look at our starting lineups as we are set for the opening tip-off. It is up. It is won by your Eagles, and they will have the game's first offensive possession. Starting lineup for the Eagles: Dee Stevenson at the controls, Lysandra Turner, Maya Klein, Naj White, and Taina Pagan. Starting lineup for Southern New Hampshire: Macy Spinks, Jess Knight, Megan Gordon, Adriana Timberlake, as Naj White got her defender up in the air and finished the 2 for her first shot of the game. And the Eagles strike first here in this one. It's 2-0. And Julia Colby, that will round out the 5 for Southern New Hampshire University. This front court duo for SNHU, as it is Megan Gordon off the 3 in the left corner. That's off. Megan Gordon and Jess Knight, the front court duo for the Penmen. As here's Naj White, mid-range shot on the right side. Yes, sir. Naj White 2 for 2 from the outside, and the Eagles have a 4-0 lead. A minute played in this opening quarter. Catch and shoot 3, too strong there by Timberlake. Stevenson off the defensive rebound, and she gets it into the front court. Bounce pass, Pagan, mid-post right side, back up top. White, she's on the hot hand to start. Now it's back up to Stevenson with 15 on the shot clock. Maya Klein, she had 20 points last time out. She rattles in and out on a 3 right there. And here's the rebound by Colby. Up top to Timberlake, nice cut to the basket, and the Penmen are on the board. Megan Gordon lays it in with the right hand. And we are at a 4-2 game here with 8:15 remaining in the first quarter. Eagles come into this one at 1-3 overall. Penmen come into this one at 2-0 overall. Lysandra Turner hits the brakes. White on the left wing. Drives it and scores it. Naj White, she's had an auspicious first few minutes. Give her 6 points, and the Eagles lead 6-2 with 7:45 remaining in the opening quarter. Adriana Timberlake takes her defender off the dribble, can't connect on the shot. Turner off the rebound, and here comes the Eagles with a 6-2 advantage. Klein fakes the 3, drives, kick out. White has had the hot hand to start, brings it to the top of the key. Stevenson wants to take her defender, kicks it out. 7 on the shot clock for White. Turner back out Stevenson. 2 on the shot clock. Stevenson needs to put it up, and it rims out. And that's a turnover by the Penmen. Macy Spinks threw it off of the foot of Jess Knight. As Southern New Hampshire, they defeated Franklin Pierce in their opener 70-59, and then on November 21st, defeated St. Anselm 79-68. This is the 8th all-time matchup between these two programs. SNHU is 7-0 overall as Maya Klein gets her first bucket of the game. Again, Klein on Tuesday had 20 points, 7 for 11 from the floor, and 4 for 8 from downtown. Eagles lead at 8-2 here. Knight on the low block. Her layup blocked by Pagan and rebounded by Pagan. Turner, the trailer is White. She'll unload the 3. Spinks quickly ahead to Gordon, catches and throws it out of play. SNHU looks a little discombobulated here through the first 4 minutes, and they want timeout. And we'll take a timeout here on the Nest Network, presented by the CACC Network. Eagles 8, Penmen 2. Coming out of the Penn men timeout, an 8-2 lead here for the Eagles to start with 6:15 remaining in the opening quarter. Head coach for SNHU, it's Karen Pinkos in her 19th season at the helm. And for your Eagles, it's the first-year head coach, Courtney Burns. Stevenson into the front court. Between the rings, setting up the Eagles offense. Bounce pass. Turner in the mid-range on the right side, and we got a foul. It'll go against the Eagles. That is on Pagan. I believe they get her for the moving screen. Exactly 4 minutes gone in this opening quarter. A 6-point lead for your Eagles. Eagles 1-1 at home. Coming off of that loss at St. Thomas Aquinas. Losing that one 70-57. Gordon, top of the key. She'll let it fly from downtown. Off right. Offensive rebound. Taken away nearly by Trinity Bravo, who's checked in for the first time for your Eagles. It's Spinks. 3-ball. Way off. Trinity Bravo hauls in the rebound. Bravo subbed out Pagan. Now Klein on the left wing, crosses over right to left, drops her defender, and that was because she pushed it off. Offensive foul called on Klein. We'll see our first substitutions into the game now for SNHU. Sydney DeVries in, wearing number 20 on the back of her jersey. And Abby Wager, number 32, also into the game, the 5'10 freshman. She's a guard. And for the Eagles, T-Shanae Simmons checks in for the first time. The sharpshooter, wearing number 15 on the back of her jersey. On the court now for your Eagles, it's Klein, Bravo, Simmons, Stevenson, and White. Knight inside, jumper, too strong. Gets it back. And we get a blocking foul called on Naj White with 5:10 remaining here in the opening quarter. This will be an under the basket, out of bounds play here for the Penn men. It'll be Timberlake to trigger. As soon as the officials figure out the team fouls here on the Eagles, it's 3 instead of 5. And Timberlake to trigger here under the basket. Gets it into Gordon, puts it up, puts it in, plus the harm. Foul goes on White. And Megan Gordon has a 3-point play opportunity here with 5:09 remaining in the opening quarter. Megan Gordon, 18 points in their 2 games. She connects on the free throw to complete the 3-point play. And now the Penn men are showing a full court press. Bravo brings it into the front court on the right side. Klein wanted the 3, now pulls it back. Klein relocates, 3-ball, pure. Maya Klein, 2 for 2 from downtown, picking up right where she left off on Tuesday. She played Division I basketball at Sacred Heart before coming to post. Knight, air ball. Inside is DeVries. Knight battling for it. It's the 5'2 guard, Stevenson, coming away with the rebound. Stevenson the push, Stevenson the hesitation, Stevenson the scoop. And we get a foul on the floor called against SNHU. Coming into the game now for the first time, it will be Megan Deans heading to the scores table, but not just yet. No, they'll come in right now. So Deans checks in, Pagan back in for the Eagles. Klein checks out. Klein checks out with 5 points. Klein with 5 points and White with 6 points. The Eagles lead 11-5 here with 4:32 remaining in the opening quarter. Bravo, mid-range shot. DeVries hauls in the rebound and the outlet pass. Timberlake brings it into the front court. Sets up the offense. Eagles in a 2-3 defense. Gordon. Wager. High-low action. Timberlake fires from 3. Bravo fighting for the rebound. It was knocked out of play last by the Penn men with exactly 4 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Turner will run the point here for the Eagles. 2-3 defense by SNHU. Pass deflected, ahead of the field, the scoop, smoked it. Simmons off the rebound. That was Abby Wager off the steal, couldn't finish the layup. Stevenson. Turner now with 3:35 remaining in the first quarter. Pagan back up top, Simmons puts it on the deck, drives it, floater, got it off glass. Nice take there by Tishane Simmons, and the Eagles have an 8-point lead. How about the start for your Eagles? It came to play. DeVries back up top. Wager inside. One more to the wing. Gordon a three. Bravo hauls in the rebound and clears. The trailer is Simmons. Fakes the three. Drives, and she traveled. 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Julia Colby checks in, and Megan Gordon will get her first rest of the game. 3 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Colby will run the point here for SNHU. Timberlake up top. And Courtney Burns yelling from the sideline, watch the hold on 20. They get DeVries for the hold. And it's going the other way. Eagles ball off of the forced turnover. 2:50 to play here in the opening quarter. 13-5 Eagles. Stevenson will run the point. Bravo in the mid post. Simmons in some trouble. Back out Stevenson. Bravo will line up the three. That's off left. Offensive rebound. Battling for it. It's Simmons. And we got a jump ball possession. SNHU with 2:22 to play in the opening quarter. Jess Knight comes back in for SNHU. She subs out Megan Deans. Knight averaging a double-double on the season, 20.5 points and 11.5 rebounds. Timberlake runs the point. Colby on the left wing. Aaron pass, stolen away by Stevenson. Stevenson now into the front court, settles it down, and then throws it right back. Timberlake. She'll fire the three. Back iron. Pagan off the rebound. Now Stevenson off the push. 1:50 to play here in the first quarter. Bravo, left wing, fakes it, drives it, shovels it. Pagan layup, good. Eagles a double-digit first quarter lead. 15-5. What a start for your Eagles. Clicking on all cylinders. On the offensive end and the defensive end, they've held their opponents to 5 points here in the opening quarter. And with this firepower offense that the Penn men obtain. Timberlake on the right wing. They get it to Knight. Knight in the lane. Knight the jump shot. DeVries had it poked from behind. And now Simmons will push it into the front court. 70 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Stevenson. Bravo. Backdoor. Turner. Stays here with the Eagles. Klein checks back in for the Eagles. Gordon checks back in for the Penn men. DeVries sits for SNHU, and Stevenson will check out for the Eagles. Under the basket, out of bounds play here for the Eagles with 15 on the shot clock, 59.2 on the game clock. Klein drives it, pulls it, the midi, short. Timberlake off the rebound and the push. Timberlake down the lane. Knight, the rebound, back up and in. That was Knight's first bucket of the game. She is now on the board. Megan Gordon with 5, Knight with 2, and it's a 15-7 lead Eagles. Simmons a 3. Klein taps it back out. Stolen away by Gordon. She has a teammate ahead of the field. That is Wager putting it up and through. Shot clock turned off. A mini 4-0 run here for SNHU brings them within 6. Turner near the timeline. Clock at 4. Clock at 3. Here's Simmons taking it to the foul line, losing it. Bravo at the horn, too strong. And that will do it for the first quarter. How about the Eagles crafting a 6-point lead heading into the second quarter? It's the Eagles 15, the Penmen 9. You are watching Division II women's basketball here on the CACC network, presented by the Nest Network. We welcome you back here to the Drumner Center on the beautiful campus here at Post University in Waterbury, Connecticut. Start of the second quarter between the Eagles and the Penmen. Naj White leading the way for the Eagles with 6 points, and the Eagles have a 6-point lead, 15-9. And for SNHU, it was Megan Gordon with 5 points leading the way. Here's Klein in the left corner. We get a traveling violation called on Turner. Looking at the team stats in that first quarter, the Eagles shot 44% from the floor. Southern New Hampshire only 20%. They were 4 for 20 from the floor. Eagles 7 for 16. In the corner, it's Spinks. Nice defense here from the Eagles. 10 on the shot clock. Knight, short corner, Jay. Bravo rips away the rebound. Nice hustle there by Trinity Bravo. And now it's Turner, back to Simmons. Simmons takes it on the drive. Inside to Pagan. Pagan, Simmons. It's worked around to Bravo. Back inside, Pagan, baby hook, right hand, left it short. Knight rips away the rebound. A little over a minute played here in the second quarter. Timberlake brings it into the front court. Spinks, Gordon, Knight, cross-court pass. The open shooter's Timberlake, and she got a 3. Three-point game, 15-12 Eagles. SNHU gets on the board first here in the second quarter. Bravo. Turner. Back to Bravo. Mid-post, left side. Back out Klein. Doesn't want the 3. Takes it on the baseline. Shot clock at 7. Pass deflected out of bounds by SNHU. We'll have a side out on the left sideline for the Eagles. Stevenson checks in for Turner. On the floor for your Eagles, it's Bravo, Stevenson, Pagan, Simmons, and Klein. For SNHU, as the shot clock is at 2. Klein step back 3. Short. Almost knocked it down. Gordon off the board. Gordon in the front court. Colby, cross-court pass, a lazy one. That's intercepted by Bravo. Bravo down the lane. Had that one stripped out of play by a penman with 7:49 remaining in the first half. A 15-12 lead here for the Eagles. Stevenson to trigger under the basket. Gets it into Klein. Klein saves it in play. Stevenson threw it off of a penman, and then it was Gordon touching it on the baseline. As we see Amaya Santiago into the game now for the first time, the former Canisius Golden Griffin. Santiago averaging 11.8 minutes per game here for the Eagles. She kicks it out to Simmons. She fires a three. That one is strong. Timberlake ahead. Colby saves it in play, but right to Klein. Stevenson with no numbers. Brings it back out. Santiago up top. Klein off the drive. The scoop. Left it short. Pagan back up and in. Taina Pagan. The second chance opportunity for the Eagles. That gives them a 5-point lead. Gordon swings it. Timberlake cross court. Knight fakes the shot. Back out. Timberlake a three. Tracks down her miss. Crosses over right to left into the lane. The J, you bet. Adriana Timberlake starting to get going here in the second quarter. It's Simmons, the trailer. As Naj White checks back in for Simmons, DeVries and Wager check back in. Knight and Colby check out. 6:41 remaining here in the first half. A 17-14 lead for your Eagles. Timberlake into the front court. Gordon. 5 points in this one. Back up top to DeVries. Timberlake with 5 points. Cross court. Spinks. Here's a three. Santiago off the nice box out. Stevenson. Traveled. Southern New Hampshire, 24% from the floor. Eagles have dropped down a little bit, 36.4% now. 6 minutes to play here in the first half. This first half has flown by. It has gone by really quick. A nice pace here. Gordon in the short corner. Jay doesn't get the roll. Ball knocked out of play. Last touch by the penman. Both teams also trying to find their footing from downtown. Southern New Hampshire 1 for 10 from the arc. And post 1 for 8. Stevenson bounce pass. White. The long two. No, that's a three, and it's strong. And we get a foul on the floor. Santiago draws the foul on Wager. They get Wager for the hold right there. As for the first time, we see Ava Winterburn, the freshman, 6'1" from New Boston, New Hampshire. And Julia Colby also checks back in. Stevenson under the basket. Klein up top, step back triple, you bet. Maya Klein. And 20 points in their last time out. She was 4 for 8 from downtown. And she is starting to heat up in this one. She is leading the way for the Eagles with 8 points. Timberlake, bounce pass. DeVries inside, back out. It's Spinks unloading one from downtown. Back iron. Rebounded by White. White now into the front court. Midway through the second quarter, 20-14 lead here for the Eagles. Stevenson. Santiago drives it and missed a left-handed layup. Nice take there, though, by Santiago. Winterburn traveled, left her pivot foot. And the unfortunate thing with that was that Spinks was wide open on the left side of the perimeter. If Winterburn just kept that pivot foot down, they would have had a wide open look at a triple. White, one-on-one, kicks it out. Santiago lines up the triple. Off the rebound is DeVries. She pushes, she has numbers. Timberlake shows and goes. What a beautiful take by Adriana Timberlake. She's got a nice game. Really smooth on the offensive end. Klein off the drive, inside Pagan. Pagan, layup, rejected by DeVries. Pagan, baby hook, right hand, back up and in. The nice kiss off the glass for Pagan gives the Eagles a 6-point lead with 3:45 remaining in the first half. Now Spinks kicks it. Timberlake off the drive. And we get the reach-in foul called on Santiago. Turner and Bravo check back in for the Eagles. Pagan and Klein check out. Under the basket, out of bounds play here for SNHU. Timberlake to trigger. Colby gets it back. Timberlake inside. Winterburn the J. Santiago pulls down the rebound. Stevenson. Trailer is White. White cooled off a little bit since the first few minutes. Stevenson pulls it back for three, sends an air ball, and that one goes out of play. Last touch by White with 3:11 to play in the first half. 6-point lead for your Eagles. Maya Klein with 8 points, Naj White with 6, Taina Pagan with 6. For Southern New Hampshire, it is Adriana Timberlake leading the way with 7 points. Timberlake, cross court. Spinks, she wants the three. Last touch by Winterburn. That's a nice job by Trinity Bravo. Fighting for the rebound. Clock stopped at 2:52 in the first half. Santiago traveled, and Jess Knight will check back in for SNHU with 2:32 to play here in the first half. DeVries checks in, and we will take a timeout here on the floor. 2:32 to play in the first half. Eagles 22, Penn Men 16. You are watching Division II Women's Basketball here on the CACC Network, presented as always by the Nest Network. Back out onto the floor. 2:32 to play in this first half. 22-16 lead. You're watching Division II Women's Basketball here on the Nest Network, presented as always by the CACC Network. Kobe on the right wing. On the floor for your Eagles, it's White, Turner, Stevenson, Bravo, and Santiago. Spinks, Colby, Knight, Timberlake, and Winterburn. That's the 5 on the floor for SNHU. Here is White off the rebound. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Bravo, short corner right side, goes right out. Knight kicks it out. White up top. Santiago traveled. Gordon checks it back in for SNHU, and for the first time, we see Haley Sherrick, number 5 for SNHU. Sherrick is a 5'7" sophomore as Simmons checks back in for Santiago. Pagan will check back in for Naj White. So on the floor now for your Eagles, it is Simmons, Pagan, Bravo, Stevenson, and Turner. For SNHU, Timberlake, Colby, Gordon, Sherrick, and Knight. Gordon. 1:35 remaining in the first half. Cross-court pass. Shot clock at 7. Sherrick. Knight. Knight wants a three. It's short. Bravo off the rebound. Bravo. Simmons. Turner, the foul line pull-up is cash. Lysandra Turner getting to her spot, elevating and connecting. Eagles lead by 8. Timberlake, Colby. Now Gordon in the right corner. Gets out of that corner. Colby. Pass inside, floater. We got a blocking foul called on Bravo. And it'll be Julia Colby heading to the foul line to shoot a pair with 29.2 seconds remaining in the first half. First of two is too strong by Colby. Colby on the season coming into this one 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. She goes 1 for 2 in this trip as she gets the back end of 2 to fall. Shot clock turned off. The Eagles can take the final shot of the first half if they wish. They have a 7-point cushion on the floor for the Eagles right now. It's Stevenson with the ball. Simmons, Bravo, Pagan, and Turner. Stevenson at the front court left. Clock is at 10. High screen and roll. Set by Pagan, the double screen with Bravo. Now Stevenson, back out Bravo. 3, 2, Bravo at the horn. And that takes us to halftime. Eagles, they take a 7-point lead heading into the half. 24-17. Maya Klein leading the way with 8 points. And you are watching Division II Women's Basketball here on the Nest Network, presented by the CACC Network. We'll be back after halftime. All right, we welcome you back in here to the Drubner Center. We hope you had a nice little halftime reset. The Eagles have a 7-point lead heading into the second half, 24-17. It's Griffin Cast on hand here on the Nest Network, presented as always by the CACC Network. Adriana Timberlake leading the way for SNHU with 7 points in that first half. And for post, it is number 24, Maya Klein, the graduate student from Stamford, Connecticut, who has 8 points. Leading the way for the Eagles, she is 2 for 4 from downtown. She's 3 for 8 from the floor. Here's Klein, so we are set for the second half of play. It was a low-scoring affair in that first half. Starting lineup back on the floor for both teams, except for the Eagles. Trinity Bravo will start here for the Eagles, and for SNHU, it is Colby, Spinks, Timberlake, Gordon, and Knight. For the Eagles, Stevenson, Klein, Turner, Pagan, and Bravo. Second half is underway between the Eagles and the Penmen. Penmen in the blue uniforms, Eagles in the white uniforms. Eagles coming to this one 1-3 overall. SNHU 2-0. This is the 8th all-time matchup between the Penmen and the Eagles. The Penmen are 7-0 all-time. The last matchup was December 9th, 2022, where the Penmen won 62-43. As we get a traveling violation here on Stevenson. 9:31 to play here in the third. The Penmen will take over. Looking at the team stats, SNHU struggling from the floor, 21.2%, as Stevenson deflects that into the backcourt. Colby retrieves it, and there is 15 on the shot clock for SNHU. Here's Knight in the short corner, cross-court pass. One more to the corner. It's a 3, and it's up and down. Gordon connects from the outside. And that is how you want to start this second half off if you are a Penmen fan. Pagan inside. Pagan runs into a wall. Missed the lay. And Spinks with the rebound. Courtney Burns wanted to foul. Spinks, Gordon drives it on the baseline and gets fouled on the floor with 8:43 remaining in the third. Both teams also struggling mightily from downtown. SNHU 2 for 15 from the outside, post 2 for 12. It goes into Gordon. She misses the shot from point blank range. Here's Turner off the rebound. Turner kicks it out. Bravo. Now Stevenson. Stevenson off the drive. Bad pass stolen away by Timberlake ahead of the field for the lay. Defense, offense. SNHU within 2. Stevenson breaks the press. The Eagles lead is cut now. It was 7 coming into the second half. Now it's at 2. Turner, the J. You bet. She breaks the seal for the Eagles here in the second half. They get on the board here in the second half. It's 26-22. Spinks drive, kick, Timberlake a 3, a little too strong. Stevenson hesitates. Post entry feed to Pagan. Pagan back to Bravo. She takes it on the baseline. The reverse, not there. Pagan off the offensive rebound. Baby hook, right hand, rejected by Gordon. Now Bravo in and out on the mid-range J. We get a traveling violation there on Timberlake. Post has not been to the free throw line yet. SNHU 2 for 3 from the line. 7:15 remaining here in the third. A 4-point game. Turner between the rings, setting up the offense. Naj White into the game now for the first time. Splits the D. Pass inside. What a dime! And it's Bravo finishing the playoff. 3 minutes gone here in the third. Eagles lead at 6, and Timberlake took too many steps. Turnover. And the Eagles will take over with 6:56 remaining in the third. 6-point cushion. SNHU just really struggling on the offensive end. White didn't see the pass coming and is taken away by Colby. Throws it out to Gordon. Her layup with the left hand. Knight off the miss. And Pagan clears for the Eagles. 6.5 to play here in the third. Turner, trailer, Bravo. Drives, finds Pagan. Pagan inside, coughed it up. Spinks ahead, Timberlake in the right corner. Cross-court pass, wide open, it's Colby. Her three, banks it in. The bank is open on a Sunday. And SNHU within 3. Back to a one-possession game. 6 minutes to play here in the third. Turner up top, bounce pass. White in some trouble. A jump ball, it will be possession post as Simmons looks to check back in for the Eagles. And Abby Wazer checks in for Macy Spinks. Simmons in for Bravo. Side out for the Eagles. 5:50 remaining here in the third. White triggers it into Turner. Klein, Turner, Pagan, White, and Simmons. That's a 5 on the floor for your Eagles. Klein goes backdoor. White gets it to Simmons. Simmons bounce pass. Turner, mid-range shot, left it short. 5.5 to play in the third. Timberlake inside. Gordon, bounce pass, Knight, puts it up and in. A 1-point game. And Courtney Burns, she wants timeout. SNHU on the attack. Eagles 28, Penman 27 when we return with 5:14 remaining in the third. Coming out of the quick Courtney Burns timeout with 5:14 to play here in the third. Eagles cling on to a 1-point lead. It's been cut here by SNHU. They have tightened up the screws here in the second half. As they came into this half trailing by 7, it was 24-17 Eagles. Turner, bounce pass, Klein, 3-ball, puts it up and through. That is Klein's third made three-pointer of the game, and it gives the Eagles a 4-point lead. 4:40 remaining in the third. Cross court. Colby off the drive. The runner, yes. Simmons stops, kicks. White drives, and we get a foul on the floor. Going against SNHU with 4:23 remaining in the third. We'll have an under the basket out of bounds play as Santiago checks back in. She will sub out Simmons. Megan Gordon back in. Subs out Wazier. Turner will inbound under the basket. Klein, Pagan, Turner, Santiago, and White. That's the 5 on the floor for your Eagles. Klein up top. She's made 3 threes. Now Santiago swings it. White puts it on the deck. Back out. Turner. 7 on the shot clock. Pagan. Santiago got to put something up. 2 on the shot clock, and we get an offensive foul. That is Sydney DeVries drawing the charge, and it's going the other way for SNHU. 4:03 remaining in the third. A 31-29 lead for your Eagles. SNHU can tie or take the lead on this possession. Knight, jumper. Rolls off the front iron. Now White off the rebound, the push, the bounce. Turner has it knocked out of play by Gordon with 3:46 remaining in the third. SNHU shooting 28.6% from the floor. Eagles 35%. There's the steal. It is Knight with the theft. Now Timberlake brings it into the front court, down the right side of the court. 3:35 remaining in the third. Timberlake inside. Colby smoked delay. Now Knight off the offensive rebound, had it ripped away by the Eagles. Klein, stop, pop, triple, splashdown. Maya Klein is feeling it from the outside. That's her fourth made three of the game, and it gives the Eagles a 5-point lead. Pagan deflects that out of play. Stevenson and Bravo will check back in. Santiago and Turner check out. 5 on the floor for the Eagles now. Klein, Bravo, Stevenson, White, and Pagan. Under the basket, out of bounds play here for SNHU. Timberlake off the drive, the scoop. She got whacked going to the basket, and she'll go to the charity stripe for 2 free throws with 3:01 remaining in the third. Timberlake coming into this one 2 for 2 from the line on the season. Get some substitutions in here. On the court for SNHU as Winterburn will check in. Colby will check out. Looks like she needs to be attended to by the training staff. So Timberlake at the line. She is 2 for 2 on the season. The first of 2 is up and good. On the court for SNHU, it's Spinks, Winterburn, Timberlake, DeVries, and Gordon. For the Eagles, Stevenson, Bravo, White, Klein, and Pagan. Both free throws up and good for Timberlake. Back to a one-possession game. White races it into the front court. Pass inside. Pagan, double dribble. Three-point game. Timberlake swings it. Nice movement here from SNHU. Ball hopping around. Now it sticks with Spinks. 9 on the shot clock. Timberlake back to Spinks. Spinks with 3 on the shot clock. A prayer, a brick. And now White off the rebound. White. Klein. 4 made three-pointers on the game, and she misses right there. Pagan off the offensive rebound. Whacked by DeVries. Pagan to the foul line to shoot a pair. With 2:13 remaining in the third. Turner checks back in for Klein. Pagan 9 for 10 from the charity stripe this season. First of 2 up and through. Back to a 2-possession game. One for 2 in that trip to the line. Timberlake tracks down the rebound. Coming up on the 2-minute mark here in the third, 35-31 Eagles. Gordon. Pass stolen away. Bravo throws it ahead. Stevenson catches, comes down, layup, good. Defense to offense for your Eagles. Winterburn at the foul line. Timberlake a 3. Her feet weren't set, and that's why it was too strong. .135 remaining in the third. White will set up the offense between the rings. Stevenson splits the D. Pass inside to Bravo. It was last touched by Bravo out of bounds. As SNHU makes some subs here. Knight back in. Winterburn checks out as well as DeVries. And Gordon will check out as well. The 5 on the floor for SNHU. Timberlake, Spinks, Knight, Wazier, and Colby. For the Eagles, Turner, Stevenson, Bravo, Pagan, and White. 80 seconds remaining here in the third. SNHU getting into their set. Here's Knight, one-on-one action. Back out, Wazier puts it on the deck, kicks it. Unselfish play here by SNHU. High-low action, it's Knight in the lane. Jumper, left it very short, missed all of it as Simmons checks back in. White will grab a breather with 61 seconds remaining here in the third. Stevenson at the controls. Pagan inside. Bravo. Couldn't bank it in. Knight off the board. And now Spinks into the front court. One more to the corner. Timberlake a 3. Knight the rebound off of 5-2 DD. Stevenson puts it back up and in. Just Knight, who has really struggled here today. Up to 6 points now, 2 for 12 from the floor. And she comes into this one averaging 21 points per game and 12 rebounds through the first 2 games. 7 rebounds and 6 points for Knight. Colby forces the turnover. We got a jump ball, possession SNHU with 1.1 remaining on the clock. So that will do it for the third. We have a wire-to-wire finish coming up next in the fourth quarter. Eagles 37, Penn Men 33. You are watching Division II women's basketball here on the CACC Network, presented by the Nest Network. Ten minutes separates us from the conclusion of this one. Eagles take a 4-point lead heading into the fourth and final quarter. 37-33. First 4 posts, it has been Maya Klein leading the way, the only player for the Eagles in double figures. She has 14. 5 for 11 from the floor, 4 for 7 from downtown. And for SNHU, it's Timberlake with 11. The only player in double figures for the Penn Men. Pass deflected out of play by Wazier. It'll be a side out for the Eagles with 17 on the shot clock. On the floor for the Eagles to start this fourth quarter, it's Turner, Stevenson, Pagan, Bravo, and Simmons. Wazier, Knight, Spinks, Colby, and Timberlake. That's the 5 on the floor for SNHU. Simmons, free throw line, pull up. Didn't get the bounce. Knight off the rebound, ahead to Wazier. Wazier ahead to Timberlake. Timberlake off the drive, inside to Knight. Layup, no good, but a foul. This will be Knight's first trip to the charity stripe here in this one. She is 11 for 13 from the line on the season. Klein checks back in for Simmons. A shooter for a shooter. Jess Knight, a senior, 6'2", from Hanover, Massachusetts. The first of two is up and through. That makes it a one-possession game with 9:29 remaining in the fourth. Knight, 1 for 2 in that trip to the line. Bravo clears for the Eagles. Post entry feed to Pagan, short corner, right side. Stevenson puts it on the deck. Turner, back to Stevenson. Stevenson, 5 on the shot clock, lost the handle, and they get Stevenson for the foul on Knight with 9:01 remaining in the fourth. White will check back in, Stevenson will check out. Ball hopping around. That one was deflected out of play by Turner with 8:47 on the game clock here in the fourth quarter. 19 on the shot clock for SNHU. Trailing by 3. SNHU shooting 26.5% from the floor. Very encouraging if you're Courtney Burns, this performance. Whether you pull out the win or not. 3 ball on the left wing. Knight off the rebound, back up and in. And is this the quarter where we see Jess Knight start to blossom? She's been quiet the entire way through. Starting to get a rhythm with the points and the rebounds. White takes it on the baseline. The layup couldn't get the bounce. Gordon the rebound, and SNHU can take the lead with the bucket here on this possession. Eagles 37. Penn Men 36. Nice movement, and they get the foul on White. That was Gordon drawing the whistle, and she'll head to the foul line to shoot a pair with exactly 8 minutes to play in regulation. Megan Gordon, 4 for 7 from the line this season. She is 1 for 1 from the charity stripe this afternoon. Gordon with 21 minutes, 8 points, 3 for 9 from the floor, first of 2 up and through. That ties up the game at 37 apiece. Megan Gordon, a 5'11" sophomore. Can't connect on the back end of 2. We are knotted up at 37, under 8 minutes to play. Klein, she's had the hot hand for the Eagles, leading them in scoring with 14. Bravo, drive, kick, and she got fouled off the pass. Foul goes on White with 7:48 remaining in the fourth. It'll be Turner to inbound it under the basket. Klein tries to turn the corner on the right side. That one goes into the backcourt. White retrieves it. White shows, goes, jumper, splash. Naj White taking out her do-it-yourself kit for the deuce and give the Eagles a 2-point lead. And give White 8. Her first bucket since the first quarter. That one will go out of bounds off the 3 from Abby Wazier. If you remember from that first quarter, Naj White scored the first 6 points for the Eagles. Gets her first points since that first quarter. 7:17 remaining in the fourth. Turner brings it into the front court. White comes to get it. White wants to isolate. Now Santiago bounces it. Klein kicks it. Santiago, a three. Boom! Big time triple by Santiago, and that gives the Eagles a 5-point lead, 42-37. Knight, timeout, the Penmen. 6:36 remaining in the fourth. Eagles with a 5-point lead. Coming out of the timeout here with 6:36 remaining in the fourth. Eagles 42, Penmen 37. On the court for the Eagles, Santiago, Pagan, here's White, and a three put up and through by Timberlake. White, Turner, Santiago, Pagan, Klein, that's a 5 on the floor for the Eagles. Wazier, DeVries, Timberlake, Colby, and Gordon. That is the 5 on the floor for SNHU out of the timeout. 42-40. Turner, pull up. Got the bounce. In and out and in again. Lysandra Turner with a nice J. Coming up on 6 minutes to play here in the fourth. 44-40. Cross-court pass. Ten on the shot clock. Colby a three. Santiago the board. Turner bounces it. Pagan puts it in. Eagles up by 6. Timberlake cross-court pass. A three. Kaboom! Abby Wazier with a big-time hit. That brings SNHU within 3. Back and forth we go. Turner, pull up in the lane. Off right. Gordon tracks down the weak side rebound. Coming up on the midway point here in the fourth. Timberlake a three. Fighting for the rebound. It was last touched by Santiago. Bravo and Stevenson back in. Spinks checks back in for Colby on the SNHU side. Clock stopped at exactly 5 minutes. Under the basket, out of bounds play here. Wazier, Timberlake drives it, passes it. Nice movement, and a layup put up and through by DeVries. That was DeVries' first bucket of the game. And it brings them within 1, a big bucket. White, drive, pull up, foul line. She got fouled on the J. It doesn't go down. But Naj White is going to the foul line to shoot a pair. Her first trip of the line. Her first trip of the afternoon. White has struggled from the foul line this season, 4 for 8 coming into this one. 2 big free throws here with 4:36 remaining in the fourth. First one is put up and through. White makes both free throws, and that gives the Eagles a 3-point cushion. Timberlake, pass inside, DeVries misses the layup, but a foul is called on the Eagles. So DeVries will slow down the game. She'll go to the charity stripe with 4:30 remaining in the fourth. DeVries, 2 for 4 from the line this season. This is her first trip of the game. Misses the first of 2. DeVries gets the back end of 2. Full court press here by SNHU. Stevenson gets it into the front court. White, top of the key. Bounce pass. Turner, drive, kick. Bravo, doesn't want the 3. Back out. Santiago. Floater. White gets fouled. Naj White a little shaken up getting up as Pagan will check back in. Santiago checks out. Also Knight back in. DeVries checks out on the SNHU side. So 2 big free throws here for Naj White, but the Eagles leading by 2. White is 2 for 2 from the line in this game. And the announcer's jinx. 2 for 3 is White now from the line. This next one would make it a 3-point game. 49-46 Eagles. Spinks. Timberlake. Eagles in a 2-3. Under 4 minutes to play. Gordon, a big-time 3. Left it short. Bravo off the rebound. Brings it into the front court. White, in and out dribbling. Misses the lay, but a foul called. And Naj White is going back to the charity stripe where she's 3 for 4. Klein will check back in for Turner. White leaves the first one short. 3 for 5 from the line is White now. Give White 12 points. Klein and White, the only 2 Eagles in double figures. Klein with 14, White with 12. Eagles lead by 2 possessions, 3.5 to play in regulation. Spinks. Knight. Gordon. Timberlake, a 3. White up high for the rebound. The Eagles looking for their second win of the season. And their first win against SNHU all time. Bravo goes back door, pass deflected and intercepted. Spinks. Setting things up for SNHU. 2:50 to play here in the fourth. Still plenty of time for SNHU, but they need to work quickly. Gordon. Now Colby. SNHU trying to figure out how they will pick apart this zone defense. 6 on the shot clock. Timberlake. Splits the D, and that is a double dribble. Abby Wazier checks back in for Spinks. 2:29 remaining in the fourth quarter. And the Eagles will inbound it on the sidelines. Klein to trigger. She gets it into Stevenson. SNHU showing a full court press. Eagles break the press as they get it into the front court. Stevenson slows it down. Pagan, a bad pass ahead of the field is Timberlake. Her layup good. Errant pass there by Pagan. And SNHU takes full advantage. They are within 2. Bravo into the front court. Stevenson sees a lane. It closed very quickly. 12 on the shot clock for Naj White. She has 12 points in the game. Stevenson with 6. Stevenson with 5. Stevenson on the baseline. Stevenson puts it up and in. Off the window, D.D. Stevenson taking out her do-it-yourself kit. Timberlake drives, and that's a kickball violation, I believe, on Klein. 1:29 remaining in the fourth. DeVries checks back in. Gordon checks out. Pass inside, and that's a beautiful out-of-bounds play. Jess Knight puts it up and in. And Knight is now into double figures. She has 11. 11 points, 9 rebounds for Jess Knight. Klein, drive, kick. Stevenson left wing. Shot clock at 10. 2-point game. White. Pass inside, it's Pagan! Banking it up and in, plus the foul. Huge and 1 for the Eagles. And now Pagan at the foul line with 59.9 seconds remaining in the fourth. The free throw, good. And 1 is completed by Pagan. 5-point game. 55-50. Colby, 3. Foul on the floor. It goes against the Eagles with 49.2 remaining in the fourth. It will be an under the basket, out of bounds here for SNHU. It's into Timberlake. The 3 off left. Bravo up high for the rebound. And she's not fouled. Courtney Burns wants a timeout with 43.7 seconds remaining in the fourth. We will stay on the air here. 55-50 lead for the Eagles. Looking at some of the best free throw shooters for the Eagles coming into this game. Maya Klein 4 for 4 from the line. She has not had a free throw trip thus far this game. D.D. Stevenson on the season, 11 for 14 from the charity stripe, as well as Klein. She hasn't had a free throw trip this game either. Naj White has taken the most free throws for the Eagles here thus far. She's 4 for 6 from the line. Taina Pagan, 2 for 3 from the line. Those are the only 2 Eagles that have been to the charity stripe in this one. Expect SNHU to try and get a steal coming out of the timeout immediately, and if they cannot get that steal, a foul is coming, as there's just not enough time between the shot clock and the game clock. On the floor for the Eagles, Stevenson, White, Klein, Bravo, and Pagan. For SNHU, Timberlake, Gordon, Colby, Wazier, and DeVries. Stevenson didn't get it in. Colby off the steal. The layup, blew it. Gets it back. The rebound is a jump ball. Possession SNHU. The Eagles have played just such a clean game on both sides of the floor, but they have turned the ball over a little bit off of those errant passes. That one goes out of play. Last touch by Klein with 32.4 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Timberlake triggers it in. Gordon back to Colby. Timberlake, a 3. SNHU needs it, and they don't get it. Wager tracks down the rebound. Pass inside. Colby gets fouled, and she will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 with 21.3 seconds remaining in the fourth. The shot clock will be turned off, and there'll be 2 free throws here from Colby, the 5'6" senior. Makes the first of 2. This is Colby's second trip to the free throw line. She was 1 for 2 in her previous trip. Same result. The rebound fought for, it's on the ground. And we get a foul. I believe Stevenson draws the foul. She is now on the floor. So 18.1 remaining on the game clock here in the fourth. It'll be 2 free throws here from Dee Stevenson. This is Stevenson's first trip of the game. She's 11 for 14 on the season. Make it 11 for 15. Stevenson gets the back end of 2. Timeout called by SNHU. We'll step aside here on the Nest Network, presented by the CACC Network. Coming out of the timeout here with 18.1 remaining in the fourth quarter. 56-51 Eagles. SNHU, they have possession. Timberlake to trigger. Gets it in, and it's intercepted by Pagan, and she is immediately fouled. Excuse me, no foul is called. A timeout called by Courtney Burns. With 16 seconds remaining on the game clock here in the fourth quarter, we'll stay on the air. Three Eagles now into double figures. It is Klein leading the way with 14, and then White and Pagan with 12 respectively. Lysandra Turner with 6 points, Dee Stevenson with 5 points. And for SNHU, Adriana Timberlake leading the way with 16 points, 6 for 20 from the floor. And Jess Knight, the other 10 men in double figures with 11 points and 9 rebounds. So it'll be the Eagles' ball. Coming out of the Courtney Burns timeout, White, Stevenson, Bravo, Pagan, and Klein. That's the 5 on the floor. It's into Bravo, and she is immediately fouled with 14.3 seconds remaining on the game clock here in the fourth. Trinity Bravo will head to the free throw line here. Her first trip of the game. Bravo is 4 for 6 from the line on the season. Back iron on the first of 2. Bravo misses both. The door's still open for SNHU. Timeout called by Karen Pinkos with 13.7 seconds remaining in the fourth. We'll step aside here on the Nest Network, presented by the CACC Network. Coming out of the SNHU timeout, 13.7 remaining on the game clock. Here in the fourth, the door is still open for SNHU. They're trailing by 5. They need a score and a steal. Colby to trigger, gets it in to Stevenson. Stevenson off the interception. She will go to the free throw line, looking to ice this one. It's a 2-possession game. If she can knock both of these down and make it a 3-possession game, you can just about wrap this one up. Stevenson first of 2, pure. Stevenson in her previous trip, her lone trip I should say, 1 for 2 from the line. So now she's 2 for 3. Make it 2 for 4 as she left the second one short. Still, the door's still open for SNHU. They need 2 threes. There's the first one. It's off the mark. Colby off the rebound. Knight inside, and there won't be enough time for SNHU. The Eagles get the victory. Hold on. We might be adding a few tenths of a second to the game clock here. But either way, it is impossible for SNHU to win this one. So Klein checks out. There is 1 second remaining on the game clock. SNHU will inbound, and that will do it. Eagles, they get the first victory over the Penmen in program history. Now 1-7 overall. As the Eagles will improve to 2-3 overall, SNHU falls to 2-1. As we look at the road ahead for SNHU, they will play against St. Michael's College at home on Wednesday. And for the Eagles, their next opponent, as we will get that loaded up for you in just a moment. Eagles' next opponent will be at Mercy University on Wednesday at 5 o'clock. For our entire TNN crew here at the Drubner Center, Griffin Cass signing off momentarily. The men's coming up next at 3:30. SNHU and Post. All good. All right, Griffin Castle alongside Taina Pagan, the center for Post University women's basketball, just won 57-51. What are the thoughts coming after the game?
Man, we were just looking for a win. We've stressed all practice all week, just focusing on details, and I feel like we did just that in crunch time.
So your opponent today was SNHU, you specifically going up against Jess Knight. She came into this one in their first 2 games, averaging 21 points per game on the season. You held her to 11. How did you do that?
I didn't know she had just 11. I knew that she averaged like the most on the team going into the game, so I was like, I have like one of their best players. I have to come out strong today, and I just do what I can to contribute to this win.
Final question for you. What is the mindset heading into Mercer University on Wednesday, looking to get to 500?
Man, just keep fighting. We stress a lot just fighting in these tough moments, not just in 3 quarters, but the full 40 minutes. So that's going to be an emphasis on Mercer's game too.
Thank you so much, Taina. Women's basketball wins 57-51. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Absolutely.